So we're gonna start with giving some TLC to our feet, yeah? You can stretch your toes in your feet, you can massage your feet, or you can roll your feet like I'm going to do. So whatever feels like what your body wants, go for it. It's always good to give attention to our feet. They are the only anchor point that we have with the ground, and when they get tight, it affects the way we move in our entire body. So it's always a good idea every day to give them a little love. And I'm always surprised at how tight my feet feel when I stretch them. It just goes to show how much the feet are used, more than we realize. So I'm gonna switch my feet. I rolled one side, gonna roll the other. If you're rolling your feet, you know, you wanna decide how much pressure you wanna put on the foot, right? The more pressure, the deeper it gets, the more tender it may feel. So you wanna decide for yourself what feels right. And do push on your heel too if you're rolling out your feet, you know. So you're getting in the arch of the foot, the ball of the foot, the heel on the inside of the foot, down the middle. Oh, I lost my ball. It went bye-bye. Down the middle of the foot and the outside of the foot, yeah. Okay. Good. You're gonna come down onto your belly. We're going to be focusing on shoulder mobility today, so all the exercises that we're doing are either going to indirectly or directly affect our shoulder mobility. So you're going to lay down on your belly, you're going to have one hand on top of the other, and you're going to rest your forehead down on your hands. You want to have your legs together. They can be in parallel or they can be turned out, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to push down into your forearms, into your hands, engage in your legs, your glutes, and your abs, and push yourself up into an extension of the spine, keeping your head in line with the spine. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to come back down to that home base position. When you're coming into your extension, you want to feel your shoulder blades moving away from your spine. So you're activating your serratus anterior, and you want to keep your legs isometrically contracted. Feel your glutes. Imagine your belly button never wants to touch the mat. And then when you're coming down, you want to feel how your shoulder blades move back in toward the center of your spine. And then you're going to repeat that. And you want to do as many reps as you can. It may be different for each of us. You may do less than me. You may do more than me. That's fine. You do want to feel like you're trying to push off of both forearms evenly, so you're not dominating with one side. If it helps you to switch hands to feel engagement in a more balanced way, you can do that. Hopefully you're feeling both sides working the same. And I don't know about you, but I am already starting to feel the fatigue, and I'm feeling a little heat. I'm feeling the fatigue in the serratus anterior, which is like the side of the ribs, under the armpit. Oh yeah, feeling that. If you're done, you can just rest on your belly with your forehead on your hands, or you can rest in a child's pose. And I'm just going to do one more. And then if you're done, you can go into a child's pose if you're not already. Dropping your hips back down toward your heels. Stretching out the lower back. If you want to stretch your lats and your shoulders, you can extend your arms overhead. After your child's pose, you're going to go ahead and come up to sitting with your legs extended out in front of you. If this is not comfortable for you, you can sit cross-legged if you want, if that's more comfortable. You can also sit on your feet this way if that's more comfortable. Or you can sit in a chair if none of these positions work for you. You can always place a pillow under your butt to lift you up and take some tension off the hip flexors if you need. So we're gonna go into row front. So you're gonna start with your elbows at your waistline. You're sitting up nice and tall, reaching through the crown of your head. You're gonna bring your arms forward, and then you're gonna bring them down, and then you're gonna circle them all the way around. So you wanna feel this chest stretch right here, really savor that moment, and then come back to home base position, and then repeat. So the arms come out, they come down, full circle around, savoring that stretch, and then coming back to home base. You do want to try to keep the length in your spine. You want to try not to slump, yeah? So be very aware of that. You do want to feel that nice lift of the abdominals, reaching through the crown of your head, nice and tall and lengthy in the spine. And then remembering to breathe, using your exhale as you circle the arms around. Inhaling, arms extend out and down. Exhaling, circling the arms. And you want to do as many as you need, whatever feels right for you. You just want to feel like you're getting better range of motion. And when you're ready, you can stop. That's fine. You may do less than me. Maybe you'll do more. I'm just going to do it a couple more times. Excellent. All right. So now from there, you're going to come onto all fours. You want to have your feet flat, your knees bent, pelvis over your knees. And you're gonna go into cat-cow. So if you don't want to be kneeling for cat-cow, that's fine. You can actually do a nice cat-cow in a standing position this way. If you don't want to be in quadruped. All right. So from here, you're gonna exhale and go into your cat. And then inhale into your cow, trying to look up to the ceiling. And repeating that. Now on your exhale, when you go into the cat, you want to feel your shoulder blades move away from your spine. And then on your inhale, when you go into the cow, you want to feel your shoulder blades move in toward the spine. So you're feeling that movement of the shoulder blades, trying to get that mobility. And you want to move with your breath, and it will be different for all of us. You may be moving slower than me or faster. You want to exhale, go into the cat, excuse me, and then inhale into the cow. Feeling the movement of the shoulder blades, feeling the movement of the spine. And do as many as you need. Do what feels right for you. It's going to be different for each of us. And when you want to rest, you can go ahead and rest in a child's pose position. You want to do enough where you feel like you get juicy with the movement, yeah? That you've got more mobility. Maybe you can look up toward the ceiling more, or you can bend the spine more, or you're feeling your shoulder blades moving more. I'm going to do a couple more. And then resting in the child's pose. You can rest with your hands down by your head if you want. If you want to stretch your lats and shoulders, you can extend your arms overhead. Do what feels good for you. And just taking a couple of breaths here and try to feel the movement of your rib cage as you breathe. Okay, so from there we're going to go into thread the needle. So if your knees are not as wide as the mat, go ahead and bring your knees out as wide as the mat. You're going to extend your arms out in front of you, resting your forehead down on the mat, reaching your hips back down toward your heels. And then you're going to thread your right arm through, going into a rotation of the spine, a gentle rotation of the spine, and feeling the stretch in the back of your right shoulder. You can play with the height of your pelvis to see what feels best in terms of the stretch. And as you settle into the stretch, you can adjust as needed. And then you're going to take your left arm and you're going to bring it up toward the ceiling and rotate your chest toward the ceiling just to get some rotation of the spine there. Make sure that you're rotating the chest and that you're not just moving the arm and winging the arm, right? You want to feel that slight opening of the chest toward the ceiling. And then we're going to switch sides. So you're going to go ahead and thread your left arm through. Feeling that stretch behind your left shoulder. And then you're going to bring the right arm up, rotating toward the ceiling. Adjusting any pressure you may be feeling on your forehead or your neck so that you're comfortable. And then coming into a child's pose again, either with your arms extended out in front of you or with your arms by your side. And then nice and easy coming up out of that. So from there, we're gonna go up to standing. And we're gonna stand with our feet hip width apart, and we're gonna side bend over to the right. And then from here, you're gonna go into the shoulder mobility stretch. So it's gonna look like this. You're gonna bring the arm down, trace it up your spine, trace it back down your spine, and then into the external rotation of the shoulder, and repeating that. Keeping the nice side bend, keeping your chest open. And you want to do as many as you need until you feel like you've got better range of motion in your shoulder. It may be different for each of us, so you want to do what feels right for you. I am going to finish here because it's already loosened up. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with the side bend over to my left. And you want to keep your chest nice and open. And then you're going to go into the shoulder mobility stretch, feeling that internal rotation into the external rotation. You can either keep your gaze straight ahead or you can gaze down toward the floor, whatever feels good. One side may feel different than the other. That's normal. I know for me, my right side is tighter, so I'm probably gonna do more on this side. Hopefully you notice that your range of motion is improving a little bit. And come out of it when you're ready. I'm gonna ask that you grab a strap of some sort. It could be the belt of your robe, it could be an actual strap, or it could be a towel. Something that's going to give you a little bit of tension. I'm using a robe strap. And then if you're ready to join me, you're gonna bring your hands behind you now. The wider your hands are, the easier it will be, yeah? So decide for yourself what feels good. Now you're gonna bring the arms back as you open up your chest. And then come back to the home base position. And repeating that. Just check that you're keeping your wrists strong. You can lift your chest and your head together. Yeah, so you're gazing up toward the ceiling. I'm feeling the heat. Okay, I'm just gonna do a couple more because I'm getting tired. One more for me. Go. All right. So if you're done, like I am, then you can go into a corpse pose. If you want to support your body in any way, go ahead and get a prop. I'm gonna support my head a little bit. So I'm just gonna grab a blanket for my head. All right. If you are using something under your head, just check that it's not also under your shoulders and it's just under your head. Oh, wow. Just noticing all the blood flow. Noticing the open chest. Noticing how the shoulders are laying nice and flat on the floor. We're gonna activate our parasympathetic nervous system. So we're gonna take 3 breaths. You're gonna inhale through your nose, hold your breath at the top for a couple of counts, and then exhale out your mouth longer than your inhale, and you wanna do that at least 3 times. Here you go. And if you're ready to come out of corpse pose, lay on your side first. Transition onto your side and take a breath while laying on your side. And then very slowly, reluctantly, come up. And that's it, you did it, yay! How are you feeling? That felt good. Special shout out to my Vital 7 stars. Thank you for making this video possible. Are you ready for exclusive content, early access to content, and other perks? Join us on Patreon. Click on the link in the description of this post for more.